Hello and welcome to Farming Simulator 2019 with me, Ken Sawyer. Hope you guys and girls are all well and enjoying your day. Let me just check some sound settings before we begin. Hoping I've got good audio and visual check. I just need to bring up the chat box as well. It's a problem. We have too much stuff open in one screen. Right. Okay. I'm on multiplayer again. So please feel free to join for you people that are watching. As you can see, we are in early winter and we've had snow. Lucky enough, I actually saw the snow was coming, so I got prepared, and I've got a gritter here, I've got a snowplow here, I've got this milling machine here as well. I'm going to conduct an experiment with some of this. I've got these bags as well, all full of grit, and that over here, which is the part of the big bag mod. Don't do this at home, kids. Oh, my back. Yeah. Put it down. Oh, that's bad for your back. That's better. Right. Let's go and start off all the tractors, because as you can see, it's -2 air temperature. Ground temperature's not too bad, it's just 1 degrees. But let's fire these tractors up anyway, get them all up and running and started. Should get the engines nicely up, warm to temperature for anyone that wants to use them. Right, a few people watching in the archives later on. Again, see this class over here? It's official, I have actually pre-purchased the class DLC. I'm going to be doing a Is It Worth It video when it's fully released. So if you're still on the fence about it, hold up until you see my video and you're going to see my thoughts on what they're worth. We'll be doing the full showcase of it. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I suspect a lot of you guys already have, and bigger YouTubers that got it through before me, lucky them. But I'm going to be doing a more of an honest, is it worth it video, and what my thoughts are for what they're worth. So let them sit there and turn over and run up. Oops, crashed straight into a wall. Right. If I jump, oh, actually it's just okay. As you can see, earlier on this morning of the gameplay time, off screen, I made a start. Once the snow started coming in, I knew it was going to be thick. As I say, I didn't realise how some of this actual snow stuff works. As I say, I just got the little skid steer over here and just started sort of like cutting a groove into this area here and piled it up over here more mainly. I've mucked out the cows this morning, but there are things we need to do. If I go over the cows, as you can see, they're out of straw. They need more straw and they need more TMR as well. The water isn't too bad. The grass isn't too bad. If we go down to the sheeps, all the way down the bottom here, they're not too bad either. They could do with a bit of a cleanse. So once I've cleared a bit of a path, hopefully in today's live streams, we're mainly going to be just dealing with snow. But once we've done the bulk of what the snow is, I'm just interested. Also, I'm going to be, like I say, I'm going to be doing some testing as well. Once we've cleared the snow, I'm going to start piling up some of the snow over in here. But what I'm going to do is get at least one of the tractors to sort of come over here to grab one of these trailers that are undercover and use the snow plough. Well, I say the snow plough, but this milling machine to collect the snow. That is the plan. So let's just jump in the Bobcat and start digging our way, because this was already warm. This has been digging manure, but it doesn't really matter, it's only snow. Yeah, I want to see what happens when you store it. That's the long-term sort of plan. Store the snow and see what happens, whether it melts while it's in storage, or what happens to it when you put it into a trailer, when it's warm, etc, etc. Does it melt, turn into water, does it disappear? Thankfully this little bucket can take quite a lot. I tried out the skid steer stuff off screen as well. Not skid steer, sorry. This is another mod tractor on the main hub, which is actually quite good. I quite like the looks of it, but it just seemed a bit impractical looking at it. It was like, it's a multi-use tractor. You can sort of hook different attachments to it, but it needs a bit more work if you ask me, because unlike in-game controls, if you press M and J, it brings up and down the bucket. K and M do that, the bucket. Now with this tractor, because obviously N's also on cover, it doesn't kind of work. I could again set up my joystick, which I've been meaning to do. Hello Sinky, welcome to the stream. Audio visual check please sir. Here's multiplayer as well, like I said to you earlier. If you want to jump in and play with the snow, feel free to. As I say, we're going to conduct some experiments at the same time, hopefully. Cool, thank you for letting me know. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, it's a cool looking tractor, and I may bring it in to replace this at some point, because it's kind of a universal looking tractor, but because of the key binding issue and I don't use a joystick, well I could use my joystick, it was coming up with problems that way. I'm just hoping the modder somehow addresses that somehow. I could have changed the key binding, I guess, for cover, for another something else. That would address a lot of the problems as well. Did I actually add it in here? I don't know if I added it in or not. I don't know. Let's have a look. It should be under MISC if I added it. No, I didn't add it. Right, okay. Thankfully. But it's on the mod hub, you know what I mean when I do add it. You see it. It's quite. It needs a bit more polish, admittedly. Well, I'd say a lot more polish, because looking at it, looks like it could be potentially a port over from 2017. Just looking at the finishing textures on the paintwork. So what I'll do is I can continue digging my way. Did I get that alright? Digging my way to this. I've put some fence on, not yet to buy them, and I've still not changed the money. I've got to do that. I've got more or less everything done. I'm probably going to do that by the next recording. This little skid steer can handle its own in the snow. Tractors, however, if you go too quickly on them, they skid all over the place. So I'm just going to dig a nice little path to the tractors from where the skid steer is. So if I keep hitting my mic as well, I don't know if that you hear that when I hit it. It's on a shock mount. I shouldn't affect it, but. I'll put it slightly lower. If I just hang on here a sec, raise it up a bit, might not hit it so much. Digging a path to the tractor simulator with me, Kevin Sawyer. Thing is, probably the snow will probably melt, but I want to see. I want to store some of the snow and see what happens to it long term. Does it melt while it's in the silos? 2, I want to see how long the actual grit lasts for, if it lasts at all. Once you grit a road, does it stay gritted forever, or is there a certain duration of time where it's no longer gritted? There we go, Sinky's joining in. He's like, oh yeah, I've got to get in on some of this snow action. And thank you for letting me know, didn't hear me hit the mic. As I say, it's on a shock mount. My brother, weirdly enough, well, initially it was part of the mic boom, which I bought. But it was really crudely made and it didn't fit my mic. Because I use an old audio, well, not an old, well, it is old now, but an old Audio Technica mic, which I bought with my 15 years service from work award. Because it didn't fit that, it was massively too wide for it. I gave the actual shock mount to my brother and said, look, can you make a new shock mount but to fit this diameter of microphone? And he said, yeah, I can do that, because he's got a 3D printer. He's quite clever old chap, the old my brother. He can do wonders with computers. But he printed out one using the dimensions I gave him and the bit of the shock mount, and he actually used some of the parts, like the actual bits of like rope and stuff. Careful, Sinky, it's going to be slippery. If you come this way, if you go down that way, down towards the very end of the yard here, you'll find all the gritting stuff. But careful, it's slippery. As you can see, the wheels are slipping. See? You'll find the gritter, you'll find the plough, and it's up to you. You can either oops, I'll run in front of you. You can either plough your way there, or behind you trailers. You can use, what I'd say is plough your way up to here, where I've already started digging, if you want, and then we're just going to have to sort of like grab the trailer from around here and start sort of like grabbing some of that snow. Plough and grit if you want, or just plough, it's up to you. The gritter actually just works. If you just sprayed grit on there, you'd find it would just start making all the snow go away. But it's up to you. I'll leave it up to you. I just fancy jumping in the skid steer and doing some digging. Playing with the snow. And the skid steer doesn't seem to be affected by the snow, weirdly enough. Wouldn't be, realistically. Hate to use that term, but it is a track, so it shouldn't really be affected by snow in that way, because they use tracked vehicles in ski resorts when they're using the old snow machines, or whatever machines to get cut to sort of level the ski slope, or whatever they use it to do. Get around as well. They're all tracked. They probably have special snow tracks, admittedly, but feel free, anyone that is watching, like I said in the previous stream, feel free to join in, download those mods. I wonder if you could put snow in the main silo. I'm going to try it. I won't do it. Actually, I'm not going to try it because I don't think it can. I don't want to wreck. Mind you, saying that, it should just melt once it gets warm. But is there something to stop it from melting? So I'm not going to try it. I'm not going to even risk it from chocolate biscuit. We have to get some straws to the cows, that's the main objective. Bedding needs replacing or needs topping up. We need to dig our way to the cows, or to the trailers and the silo at the bottom of the farm. I figured doing this is a bit more fun than just sort of like skipping through a lot of the winter. Just go, oh, we're back in spring again, peeps. Well done. We made it through the winter, and does not address what actually happened. There's Sinky. He's gritting. See? That'd be interesting, because I now want to see what happens with reference to that grit. Does it last indefinitely, or does it only last for a certain time? Not we need none of this equipment, but I figured I might clear away. See, he's cleared away majority. See, the old plough does make easy work of it, admittedly. But again, I'm interested to see how long the grit actually works for. Technically, it should work for at least what? At least 24 hours? Because if they've got severe frost for several days, they technically grit every day. Unless they run out of grit, then they just don't bother. I'm going to turn off all the tractors in a minute as well. They've had a chance, they've had a warm up now. The engines should be warm. But I'm beginning to enjoy using the old Bobcat. It's not the most stablest thing to use, but it's actually quite handy on this farm. Especially when mucking out the manure. It's a lot of work, extra work, but actually is quite enjoyable. I think he's more or less cleared a path, so what we'll do, back up. Oh, we're going to hit the wall. Drive forward, Kev, I hear you all saying. Why don't you just drive forward, Kev? Then you don't have to crink your neck. I do this when I'm at work on the forklift. I reverse all the way round. I just find it easier than just turning round. Stupidly enough, I know it sounds stupid, but I do. I just go right, just going to bang it into reverse, all the way round, back to the truck, grab the next pallet. That's got snow in it. I don't know why, it's got snow in it. Let's throw that snow. Actually, let's leave the snow in the bucket. No, it's not going to, well, I'm going to probably need this bucket again for more manure handling. That's a big pile of snow there, peeps. I'm king of the world! What happens when you point the old tester at the snow? Does it actually tell you what it is? This is snow! It just tells you it's what? It just tells you the ground condition. Right, let's turn the old tractors off. They've warmed up now. The oil shouldn't be so thick, so it shouldn't do so much damage. It should be far enough again. I might be getting rid of this pivot steer. More of a hassle than it's worth. I like it, but it's driving me nuts at the same time. See how Sinky's getting along. Is he ploughing his way to the main road, or has he crashed? He's ploughing his way to the main road. Good lad. Weirdly enough, if I look down there, you can see the road looks quite clear along here, actually. Weird, again, this snow layer is not ideal, but main road's actually clear, just got these signs, this here. This is icy conditions, please drive with care. Run back to the farm. Let's say run back to the forest. Right. I'm going to start... Well, should I start digging back to the... I'm just going to drive the truck. What do we need? The cows? The cows definitely need straw and definitely need total mixed ration. It should be under the trailer. Under the... Oh, under the cover. So... I need... What do I need? I need straw. Probably won't need that great deal because of the way the seasons works. I've also got crop construction back on again, just to let everyone know that's back on. We haven't got any crop in the ground now, but it will be a factor in the next one when we do start planting and sowing again. We'll have to start using care wheels and everything else. If I take it easy up here, it should be fine, but the wheels will spin like crazy under the snow. Typically, if it's fresh snow and it hasn't been driven over it, you can still drive on it. It's not easy, but it's still drivable. It's when it becomes compacted and it's slow and snow and ice and sludge. That's when you get your problems. A bit like when you're walking. When you walk in, the same situation applies. If it's fresh snow, 9 times out of 10, unless it's slightly forward and to become ice underneath and there's fresh snow on the top, you're alright. It's when it's all compacted and turned into sort of like ice, that's when you get the problems. Oops, going too quickly. It says me. Keep going to bang my head out the window like on ATS or ETS to look out the window, but you can't do that on this. They've missed a trick doing that. You'd have thought the mod had been able to sort of like improvise, bring a mod that would make that work. I told it wouldn't need that much straw. No, I don't want to buy any cattle. I want to close the gate. Boy! Closed door. I'll try and drive this back down the hill again so it gets tricky. As long as you take your time and you don't gun it, you don't end up slipping all over the place. See where I've driven over the grass, and some of the grass is, well, some of the snow is thicker in the grass than others. I absolutely made a pig's ear of that. The church is still going, and the parishioners must have got into the church. Off screen also, I baled up all the hay. That's all baled up. I managed to collect some in the stores as well. So there's options for everybody now. Anyone does a come on here that wants to do a bit of baling or a bit of the easy method, as I call it, the loose stuff, they can do. There's plenty of supplies in there. I've got loads of chaff, loads of silage, loads of everything really. Probably a bit OTT, but it's always best to have too much than not enough. TMR. Got a tiny bit of rocks. You see how it says snow? I want to see if we can actually store some snow. Because midsummer I want to do a test and see how, one, just to pour one out and put it into a trailer and see how long it lasts in the trailer. Two, pour some out onto the ground and see how long it lasts on the ground. Shouldn't last very long at all, in theory, but in practice might be a different matter. That's probably way too much for TMR. I was about to say grass then. So grass, cover that up, jump back in cab. This always reminds me of a DAF. I suspect it is a DAF. DAF steering wheel, DAF instrument cluster, DAF dashboard. The corner I did. Open the door first. Close that gate, open the door. I've changed some of the run speeds in the console settings, but I'm not sure if I'm entirely happy with it. I'll have to adjust them back down again. I can put the TMRs there, but I'm going to try and back it in a bit more than that. Run over that cow. Cow dead. Mr. Talking to the Door Simulator would never run over his cows. He'd sit there indefinitely waiting for him to get out of the way, or edit it out that it hasn't run over him. Be like, in this shot he'd be going, oh come on cow, get out the way, and then all of a sudden he'd be gunning it along the field, just going, well, we managed to move out the way of that, the cow managed to move out the way, Da 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 da. Let's go and talk to a door for a little bit longer. Another cow dead. I sat there and I did that the other day, and I was just like, I hope that seasons haven't incorporated some sort of like fact that if you actually physically run the cows over, it injures your cows. But I looked and it doesn't. So. Actually, funny thing, I actually, when I watched one of Northern Alex's streams the other well, both in the morning, because he's sort of like, just as I'm getting up ready to go to work or go for a walk or whatever, he's up streaming. And it must be quite late for him, or early for him, because he's like in Canada. But one of his streams, some guy was like a typical Daggerwin fanboy, suggesting that he should like go follow his route, and I was like, no, don't follow Daggerwin and he's talking to the door simulator. And he's just like, and then he must have known what I was talking about, but he didn't want to acknowledge it because he sat there and goes, ooh, I've never heard that term of phrase before, but it makes me laugh. And I was just like, yeah, you know exactly what I mean. Talking to the door simulator. I've got a couple of first looks for you guys as well. One of them I thought was in another language, but managed to actually get it to work. I think I'll do it as a first look. I don't think it's a very basic early access game. It's a bit rude, a bit tongue-in-cheek, but it's mainly all in the sort of spoken languages. Well, I'd hate to say what language it is. It's either going to be Polish or Russian. I don't think it's Russian. Sounds more like, could be either Polish or Ukrainian, maybe. And I think it might be more Ukrainian. But it's a really, looking at the game and looking at the price of it on Steam, it's a really cheap game anyway. I don't think I need this trailer. What I need is the trailers back in the main yard. Let's get back up the hill again. Slip, slip and slide. Another one which I actually bought. It wasn't given to me. I bought it. Which again I'll do a let's play of, but I don't think it's got legs to do a full series of it. Whoops, as I jackknifed the whole lorry. Whoops. What I might do with all the IT runner stuff, see, rather than these two trailers just sitting here, what I might do is trade them in for IT runner trailers. Actually have a grain trailer and a milk trailer. I'm not entirely sure what to do for the best of aspects of that. Right, that trailer can stay there, the truck can stay here for now. I'll probably need to move it back inside before the night is out. How you doing for salt? Sinky, do you need more? rest. He's sitting there. Probe. Probe. No reading. Sinky does not exist. Right, it's at 40%, right? Well, we can get more or less to the trailers. Let's grab a tractor. Run. Jump back in the old. Let's jump on this one actually. Fast track. Grab the bigger trailer if we can. Couple says me. Now this old milling machine I'm going to go and pick up. This is an old one actually. This mod itself's been kicking around since 2015. I used it in 2015, used it in 2017. It's quite a handy bit of kit actually. It's not textured great, get me wrong, it has its flaws, but it's so, the practicality of it outweighs any of its flaws it actually has. Because it's great for doing things like this, or great for just throwing like if you work in a bunker with chaff and stuff like that. It's just a lot easier rather than having to scoop it out by front loader or whatever. As I say, it does have its limitations. But the benefits outweigh limitations a lot, to be fair. And I don't know if it's picking up snow, so that's a good thing. Again, it makes life like turning in the yard quite hard. The front end is just so massively big. Oops. Scooping some of the top of the snow off. As long as it didn't get rid of most rocks, I don't think it should be. That's it, the hill is now officially cleared. I don't know if Sinky wants to go around with the rock salt and just put some rock salt around on these roads. I won't bother in here with the gators because there's obviously just grass and you wouldn't want to kill the grass. I don't think it would actually do it in the game, but in real life you wouldn't want to start rock salting the soil. Because nothing will grow on it for ages. turn it off quickly. G to change the trailer. And let's load the snow into the store. I want to see if it keeps it when we got like midsummer or whatever. It's like, you can collect snow now. So let's go and collect. Actually, let's collect what we've got along here. Might as well. Oh, GG for win. There we go. Collect the snow while I'm at it. Clear this path while we're at it too. Again, this is like one of those country roads we wouldn't naturally grow. Wouldn't naturally rock salt anyway. Don't think along this side. There goes Sinky. Rock salt on his way to oblivion. Ah, that's interesting. It doesn't actually work on here. Ah, again, because we don't own this. This is a bit of land we don't own, so we can't actually rock salt. We can't actually collect the snow off here. Because this is the common land, which I could buy for £0, but then problem is, I'm showing a map. If I were to go buy lands and then see where we are now, click that, it gives me all the common lands as well, but the problem is a lot of this on the side here. If I go back, you can't get to this. You can only get as far as here. You can't work any of that map, which is a bit of an oversight from Oxygen and Dave. Yeah, and we're gonna knock his work too much. He's got, as I said last stream, he's got some good maps coming out. By the looks of it, they look epic. What I'll do is I'll come up back round here and then turn round over here. Turn that off. Oops. The grass looks a bit unimmersive, admittedly. Because even, well, if it was a light coating of snow, then yeah, I guess it would still, you'd still see grassy patches. But it'd have to be like really patchy. The way that it's done the snow level on this, it's almost like it's blanketed everywhere with snow. But if we go and look at sort of how thick that snow actually is, it's not that thick yet. And I think there's more snow on the way as well. So if we look where we've actually dug, it's not that, I don't think that would be, I'd say that's probably what, less than an inch, probably half an inch worth of snow. Grab this bit on the side. Here, not really need to get to this part of the farm really, but as we're here, I'm trying to collect some snow. I'll go and collect that big mound that's by the cows. Actually, whilst using the skid steer, I sort of had a little bit of a thought with the skid steer. What does... I'll let you guys play... I'm going to play a game with you guys and sort of like let you guys think, why are you... No, why are you putting in the bucket? Don't want you in the bucket. Okay. That's the problem with this thing. The machine, it just finds the closest thing and starts throwing it in. What does skid steer remind you of? I know what it reminds me of, but what does it remind you of? I'm going to say it's a certain film, just to give you a clue of what it reminds me of. Certain animated film that I quite enjoyed watching. Actually, I can't remember. No, did I watch it in the cinema? I think I actually went and watched it in the cinema. I can't remember. Why can't I? Yeah, this gate. Am I stuck? I am stuck. Yeah. He got it. That's why I want to keep the skid steer, because that's what it reminds me of. Also, is it Victor? That little toy robot you can get that costs a hell of a lot of money to buy. It's like 300 odd quid. This little toy, well, it's an actual, it's got a proper AI chipset in it, so it actually has like sensors, it knows where you are. It greets you as you walk in the room. It can play fetch with it and all that good stuff. It's like 250 quid to 300 quid to buy it. I think it's Victor. Yeah, that's it, the wee block thingy. That's the one. I like it, but I think it's a bit expensive for what it actually is. Because you get bored of it after a while, wouldn't you? I'd rather spend the money on getting like an e-bike or something like that. Not an e-bike, but an e-bike conversion kit. At least then you actually do something beneficial. You're getting on a push bike. Right, let's go and store this snow. This I find ridiculous is the fact actually, I know, let's go and store some snow. Only if Farming Simulator would actually ridiculous. I wonder if snow actually has any value on the market. Let's have a quick look. Just for S&Gs. I'm surprised it doesn't have any value on the market. It's a good option that they can store it though. This is a good thing. As soon as I saw that this silo could store snow, I was like, how could we utilise this this thing? Look. I need some more snow. Actually, we'll go back to the main farm and collect that big pile that's by the cows. And what we'll do is we'll start fast forwarding time and see how this rock salt holds out over time. One thing that did actually come to mind with seeing all the snow, it's a shame that there's no such thing as like a shovel mod. You could actually hand shovel the snow. That's something that the developers might want to think about doing, if you know, in future reference. Just get a hand shovel. Or modder. I'm surprised the modder hasn't thought about that. Just getting a hand shovel and shoveling the snow. You know, not making a big, massive path of it. You know, like you would do if you're clearing your footpath or clearing your door or whatever to your car to get to your car. So that would be an interesting sort of thing, because then you could just like, if it got really severe and even the tractors couldn't move, you could at least try and dig some of them out, or dig your way sort of like to freedom, so to speak. Sides of here, just grab as much snow as we can. I want to try and make it as equal as I can. So it's like one trailer full of snow and then one trailer full of snow dumped on the ground. Let's see how long they last. I hate to say it, this is unimmersive. Well, actually, if you think about it, in the States, they actually have what's known as a snow blower, which is similar to this. It's like a blade that sort of like grabs it all, and then it has a little mini pipe that throws it out the side, and they use them for the actual pavements and stuff. And I think they probably have industrial sized versions of them as well. It's full of snow. I've got a trailer of each now. I'll go and drop this in the store, and then we'll fast forward. I think cows were sorted, didn't they? Let's have a quick look. Yeah, they're sorted. The sheep were okay as well. Yeah, sheep are good. Put me in back in the cab, thank you. Right, let's store this snow and then I'll return this equipment Well, actually, no, leave the equipment because it doesn't work at the moment. So I'm releasing it. Right, so that should make it a fair comparison when we do the tests. If it doesn't all melt inside the door. That's what would happen in real life. If like, oh well done, you've got a nice snow storm there, but you realise it's going to melt and go and mix with all your grain. Actually, that's also, while I'm at it, sorry peeps, I'm going to actually leave some snow in this actual trailer. I'm going to park it back in the barn where it was, but I'm going to leave some snow in this trailer and see how long it takes to melt. All in the name of both entertainment and science. That's what it is. Yeah, we'll find out, Sinky. Once it gets to spring, we'll find out. I've got a funny feeling it'll stay there. It'll stay in there. You can unload it and then leave it in the trailer for longer than a few minutes. It melts. But I don't know. This is the things to say. It's all for entertainment purposes. All for the name. All in the name of science as well. That's my excuse, and I'll stick to it. Why doesn't it pick this up from there? We own this land, so I know we own this land. It's odd. Right, works that way, doesn't work the other way. Okay, seems legit. Let me pick some up from the side of the road. No, it doesn't. Again, because we don't own this land. We own the lands beside it, but just don't own the land. Let's go through here then. Let's grab some from here. Sorry, sheep. Don't get in front of this, because otherwise you get eaten. Blah, like this. And then find a sheep. Watch out, sheep! You're gonna get eaten! That's the end of that sheep. Sheep flavoured snow, anyone? It's like, my god, Daggerwind wouldn't do anything like that. We're full of snow sheep. Right. Let's fold that up. Actually, while we're at it, we'll grab. Make sure they've got enough water. Oh. Yeah, they have enough water. They don't drink that much water this time of year. Believe it or not. Mind you, you wouldn't if you're cold. Like, I don't want no cold water, mate. I want something nice and warm. Oops. How many we got people watching? Hello, how many are watching, Sinky? I know it's later than usual, but I decided to do it quite late in the evening anyway. 4. Blimey. Hello everybody, people watching. Please feel free to chat in the chat box. Tell me I'm a lunatic driver that can't drive to save his life. Either way works. Don't be shy. I don't bite. Sinky don't bite. Not intentionally anyway. Actually, that's something else we can do. Is that all the way in? Is that done? To the nun. No. This one we own. This one I bought it. I don't know why, but I bought it because I know it's a good, useful bit of equipment. This. It can come in handy for when you're feeling a bit lazy. That bucket can probably go because I don't see us using that because I bought that bucket thinking it's going to come in useful. The front loader. We don't necessarily need that because we've got the skid steer. Although saying that, it might come in useful for an emergency later on. So rather than sell it and then buy one later, I'll just keep it. Let's park this tractor back in the main farm. Yeah. Let's quickly save it, quickly. Just in case anything goes wrong. And we can come back. Yeah, that's it. It's easy enough done. I did it. Well, of course Play did it. We fixed it. Don't beat yourself up about it. But anyway. Shut the gates. So now we gritted most of this, I assume. And I know for sure Sinky gritted along here. Because I saw him come along here. So this is all gritted. Some of this is gritted as well. So it would be. Oh, hello, Mad. Welcome to the stream. You say be right back, and you didn't say. I didn't even see you come in. Does it come up on a diagnosis? Oh no, we didn't grit this bit, did we? Is it going up salted? No, it just tells you it's moisture content. Doesn't tell you how cold or warm it is. Yeah, I'm not sure about keeping this running speed thing or not. Beware icy conditions. Run, Forrest, run. Right, anyway, enough mucking around. See, let's just stay out here because I know I don't think we can sleep. Hey. Running simulator with me, Kevin Sawyer. Hey. Hey. I've lost the farm now. Hey. It's a bit, isn't it? It's around here somewhere. Hey. I'm stuck on a tree. Stuck in a tree. Where's the farm gone? That way. Hey. Hey. There it is. Hey. Right. Don't think he's asleep. Hey. Hey. Right, let's zoink. Oh, no, it won't let you sleep. Mind you, just fast forward a few hours, see what happens. I doubt it will. Quickly see how the animals are doing first. They should be okay. Cows are alright. The sheep are the ones that seem to go mission critical quite often. No, they're alright. Right. Can't see where the bed is there. Oh, you can sleep on multiplayer. I don't see how that will work. Let's fast forward time a bit more. This is another interesting... Whoa, whoa, whoa. I want to slow down time. That's it. So, does this actually work? So... Wrong one. No, it doesn't work. I didn't think it would. Oh well. It was worth looking. I know it never used to work in 17. Would make sense. Otherwise someone could sit there and just sleep the whole game away. It's like, why is time always fast forwarding so much? Because someone's asleep. Right. Shut them. It's warmed up a tad. Oh no, the ground temperature's dropped. Still -1. But is the snow going? The snow looks like it might be melting, because look. Yeah, snow's melting. Do we still have our snow? It is melting, apart from where we piled it up. Look. There. Is that pile still there? Actually, let's put Wally back over here. Could muck out the cows, I guess. How much manure is there? Is it like a stupid amount? Actually, I don't know if does the passenger work mod on this. No, it doesn't. Obviously, because it's just one seater. That would make sense. Yeah, passenger mod works inside the skid steer. Oh, cows are dead. They're not. They're asleep, but they look dead. Morning. Wake him up. And he's gonna just like headbutt me or something. There's nothing small about him anyway. Ooh, darkness. How are these skips doing? They're almost all but one is full. Let's close that gate. How's the slurry looking? Is it starting to fill up? Oh, we do have a small pool of slurry. Yay! Whoo! Splash! Whoo! Right, enough mucking around. I'm doing it for the entertainment value. I'm more serious, really. Sinky's up on this roof. Did you engage flight mode, Sinky? Or did you climb up there? You could probably try and climb up there if you're cunning enough. Like that, you see. Sinky. He climbed. According to my scanner, you are nothing. You don't physically exist. Does this roof exist? No information. Oh, do you know how to do your console thing? Because that can make you fly. Nope. Look on, if you look on the good old friend YouTube, it will show you how to activate the console. It is a handy bit of kit. I would suggest it. You can cheat a lot with this, but like I changed the running settings as well, so it can run a lot faster. Where are you? This is what I used to use back in the day when we were running old Leadfoot on the server. Where are you? Temperature, weapon state, collision set frame. There we go. Dunk. And then I think it's J, that's it. Hey! Hey! Whee! How far can I fly up? Actually, this is an experiment we need to do during the day, isn't it? Hang on, let's come back down. Right. Let's fast forward until the early morning. Or to 9 at least, because it doesn't get started getting light until 9. There we go. That's about light enough. Right. Right, this. Whee! Now this is how old Mr. Talking to the Door Simulator does his drone imaging, for you people that don't know. It's like, he must have a mod. No, he's just hacked into his console. He can fly around like a drone. Don't think a drone could fly this high though. Mind you, I've seen drones up with 747s flying around, so they can fly pretty high. Battery low. Sorry, what was that question? Yeah, it's gone. It's melted, mate. It's melted. It's all melted. Still got bits of it over here. Look. See where the piles of it is? It is 1 degree, so it would slowly melt, I guess. And where the sun's been on it, it would melt. So, how are the cows doing? They're all good. Nothing to worry about. The sheep could do with cleaning, but not majorly emergency. I'm stuck. Like a drone round this, but I was walking around. Let's see how that snow's doing. Hang on, let's just. Is it still in there? It's still in there. The snow is still in the trailer. Has it gone down, Bunny? Actually, we need a tractor to find out this because it was full of 100%, wasn't it? Let's. Running does make you crash into a lot of things. That's another thing. Let's grab just anything that we can get hands on. Ah, crashed. Anyone else having like an overwhelmingly amount of flies sort of like coming around? Because we've had loads come into the house, and I'm just like, where are these flies coming from? It's like there's something dead. I think they're all just finding a. See, that's see now that is melting because I'm sure that was 100%. I'm sure of it. Let's quickly take a look at the levels of snow. Someone can also... Where are you, snow? Oh, is there no... It won't tell me how much snow's here. So I'm going to have to... Where is the... Oh, that wasn't it then. Turn the lights off of that. Need that trailer. Is that still connected? Yeah. All that salt, we're gonna have to store that in as well. I can go. Those big bag things are kind of handy because you can always use them on a field rather than keep them coming back to the farm to top up. Let's drive this down the little secondary farm. So we look at the secondary yard. See if the snow is melting in here. It'd be good It's all for education slash entertainment purposes, peeps. Right. Where are you, Snow? There goes the Spitfires. Right. I'll take a picture of that. But if you guys want to remember that number because I'm probably going to forget. That's 126271. That goes down. So shut that off. We're alright for everything else. The animals are alright. Oh, actually, the cows are looking. What? Hang on a minute. They're looking a bad way now. So I'm going to need the water bit of it's easy. Straw and the cleanliness is easy. Total mixed rations easy. Let's just jet back in this. Fill this. We don't need to fill it up. We just need to put some in it. Oh, I forgot because the time's still ticking away quite quickly, isn't it? How are the sheep doing? Did we forget about the sheep and all this? Yeah, they're looking bad as well. Cleanliness is 0. That's the downside of this, because this season's mod, because with conventional vanilla game you can shove in and it fill it. If you top it up, it lasts them for at least 6 days. On this it only lasts them like an hour, a couple of days, or maybe a few hours, which is, I hate to use that phrase, well, we'll use the actual phrase, but I would say it's more immersive as a game. Make the game more immersive. Took care of the water. See, it didn't take much to fill that up at all. In fact, I don't know why I bothered filling up the whole trailer. So that takes care of that. They've got enough. So they've got enough hay and silage to keep them going. They just need more straw. Mind you, it's not, the cleanliness is not vital. I don't think it's vital. I can't. Night's really bad as well, so. Fast forward again. Turn the engine off. Close the gate. As long as they got some food, that's the main thing. How's the sheep doing? Again, they've got some food. Next few hours, so let's fast forward to the morning. -3, so no snow should technically. It's -2 ground temperature, and now it's physically saying that the ground is frozen. So you can't do any field work whatsoever because the ground is frozen. Totally crop that you could have in the ground would also be frozen. That's why I don't ever plant winter stuff. It's a bit of a risky business planting stuff in the winter. It's doable, don't get me wrong, but it's risky. Let's just control. Don't let me. That won't let me while I'm sitting in the cab. It's another thing about seasons which... Okay, don't get me wrong, you can adjust it so you've got less days, but then you have less summer days. Well, oh hello, we're getting more snow. They're still running. It is. Right, let's top them up. Cool, that snow appeared quickly. It's probably because I fast forwarded a bit too much. It's like all of a sudden, wham! Where's all that snow come from? Right, so we gritted all that, didn't we? I know we did. Well, I say we, I mean sinking. So that's something we've learnt. The grit isn't indefinite, it doesn't work forever. I think it's just a means of clearing a path. Leave the gate open. Yeah, because we gritted all along here. And it's already gone. So I think that's how the grit works. I don't think grit works in the game like actually meant to work. Because what you do in real life, you're meant to grit. What everyone does is make the fundamental mistake of gritting once the snow is already settled. That's a lot worse thing you could actually do. You're meant to, if you know snow's coming, is grit with the evening beforehand. Then you save yourself a lot of work. If it rains and then starts snowing, then you get problems with it washing the grit away. But a lot of people just think, oh yeah, we'll grit it once it snows, and they shouldn't. They should grit before the snow sets. Then they save yourself a lot of hard work. So we need what we need for the cows. We need more straw, and we need to scoop out the food. And I suspect the poor old sheeps need looking after as well. Straw. Again, we don't need that much, so I've stopped it there. Do I keep hearing, is that just me, or do I keep hearing thunder noises in my ears. Oh, thunderstorm noises. Mind you can get it. I've seen it, a thunderstorm during the snow. Kind of makes me feel, I hate to say the word, all Christmassy from the snow. I like snow, I just don't like going anywhere in it. It's like, oh, now I have to get to work. Oh, yeah. I've now got to try and get down 1 in 3 hill that's probably going to be covered in snow and ice where the kids have been tobogganing down it. Or whatever. That's the problem. I like snow, I like the way it looks, I like the way it changes the scenery. I just don't like having to get anywhere in it. I'm walking, you know, either by driving or by walking. I never forget one year, I was trying to walk home from work and I had to go, well, I wasn't going to walk home, but I had to walk down to the shops. And because we had the Secret Santa, someone bought me a load of beer. And I had it in a bag. I was walking back home. Well, I say home, but to the shops. To then walk back home. And there was some black ice on the pavement. And I slipped. And the way I slipped, I literally fell on my bag of beer. And I thought I was lucky because if it wasn't, it was all bottles. But if it wasn't wrapped in cardboard, I think I'd have been done for. I didn't smash a single bottle, luckily enough. I kind of sort of like lurched myself so I wouldn't actually put my full weight onto the bottles. But you heard the thunderstorm too, cool. But the way I fell on them, I was so lucky because you know, if I hadn't sort of like braced myself like I did, I think that would have gone straight through my, well, it'd have gone through my guts at least, all that broken glass. Because the way it landed sort of like in sort of my hip area wouldn't have done me any good. Right, see that's 97% still, so again because the temperature's dropped it's not melting. Yeah, there's definitely thunder there, isn't there? Right. So the cows just need cleaning. You could, I tell you what, Sinky, if you're free, you can get the skid steer and grab the red bucket. The black bucket's manure, the red bucket's just beside it, and clean them out if you like. If you want to clean the manure out, you can do, it's up to you, but just the manure is not very vital. You just need to clean out this bit. So if you want to do the manure as well, you can do. It's up to you. Use the little baby skid steer. Choice is yours. Just obviously, like I say, black is for manure, red's for food. Not that it really makes any difference. It's life, but I know someone's going to go, oh, you shouldn't use the same bucket to feed your cows as they do to shovel the manure out. Cross-contamination. I can see someone saying that. So just eliminate that happening. Is Mad still there? He popped in but he disappeared again. I don't know where I'm going with this straw because it's not down here I need to be. I'm an idiot. Just tip it actually into the trough. Once you scoop it out, it should be silaged, then just tip it into the trough, and it should top up the trough. And with the manure, obviously you just tip it in, if you want to do the manure, tip it into the skips. Let me know if they're full, then I'll grab the IT runner thing and come and grab them. And the grass. I like the fact the wipers work on this now. It's a nice touch. So I didn't have it in 15. I don't think they had it in 17 either. I don't think. I think you could only get it on the mod tractors. But I could be wrong. What would be nice for Giants to make it so the dirt textures actually, when they do come on the windscreen, rather than just being a load of streaks and smears and looks like someone's just thrown paint all over, or mud coloured paint all over the windscreen, actually has like the round arches like you would get with a proper set of windscreens. The snow's still not changed inside this either. Make a note of that, peeps. That's not changed. What am I looking for? I'm looking for grass. Grass. Now, going back to 17, season 17 used to be a lot different to seasons 19 in some aspects. Like now, as you can see, I'm loading grass into this. Now, if this was 17, I know I'd be doing this. This would be wrong. What I'm doing right now would be wrong, because I could take this to the sheep in 17, and they wouldn't eat it this time of year. They'd only eat hay. Through the winter months, they'd only eat hay. In the summer months, they'd eat straw. In the winter months, they'd only eat hay. But now in 17 they've made it less crucial that it still eat hay or grass, which was quite annoying, because that caught me out, because when I first started playing 7 seasons on 17, I had a whole lot of grass but had no straw, or not straw, sorry, hay, and I wasn't really ready for it. And when the sheep all went, "Oh, we won't eat that," I was like, "Oh, what do I do now?" So I had to sell all the sheep. He's texting. Ugh. Welcome back, by the way, Mad. You're right. Oh. I'm stuck. Again, don't try this at home, kids. My back really hurts. Oh my god, that man is super bad. Yeah, they were really low. Let's cover that up. Let's just leave this here for now. Close the gate. We probably need that again. Do they need water? Probably good for water. Just fill that up anyway. Yeah, I'm good, Mad. Thank you for asking. Just going to see how Sinky's doing. I do like this running thing, but it's a bit of a faff at the same time. He's mucked them out, cool. Grab the bucket. Start grabbing some of that manure. Yeah, because you're a delivery, you drive trucks, don't you, Mad? Do you drive what? The curtain side or the rigids, or do you drive Arctics? It's alright, I was just reading your conversation, boys, don't worry. I picked up snow and I didn't want to pick up snow. I want to pick up... No, don't tell me you can't do that action here. It's just snow. I'll dump it outside then. Thank you. I really should put my joystick back in to play this game. I calibrated it on the very first day we got 2019. I calibrated, but then I just untouched it and then never used it again. It was just always getting in the way. Which one of these skips is full? I think both of these two first ones are full. Yeah, they look full to me, so it's this third one. Oh, so you got, is it the class, is it class 2 for the Arctics? I can't remember now. I remember a driver telling me the other day, actually, you've got class 1 for one type and class 2 for the other type. How did you do your legging? Class 1. Oh, that'd do it. Yeah, that's jumping out of lorries is not a good idea. I've got a mullered leg myself from years ago when I was 16 going on 17, when a guy decided to take me off my motorbike. And that's how I ended up with pins. Long story, but it's how I ended up with pins in my knee. Now I can't jump off walls, or I can't jump off. Well, I can't jump full stop, because if I do, it hurts like Jesus. And in the winter, it hurts a lot as well. It hurts all the time in my leg, but I've got used to it now. I went to physio about it. Well, they're funny because the consultant at the time when I had my accident, he said, "Oh, well," he goes, "when you get to your 30s, mid to late 30s." Oh no, it's alright. So you can tell you what, you can take over if you like. Give you something to do. You just basically do like I said to you. Grab this manure here. That's why there's 2 buckets. One's for manure, the back one's for manure, the red one's for food. So I'm trying to keep it immersive. Because I'm going to go and grab a drink anyway. I'm going to have a pee. I've warmed up the skid steer foot. But I said, yeah, guy decides to. I was coming out of junction, took me clean off my bike, ended up with pins in my legs, my knee, mainly my right knee, and the consultant time said, well, when you get to your mid to late 30s, you'll probably end up with arthritis potentially in your knee. If you go to Siggy's drunk. If you come back see me, you could we'll talk about having a new knee put in. And I was like, oh, okay. He said, but it might not ever happen. You might be fine. And about say mid 30s, when I was about 35, I started getting twinges. They don't like the skid steer. you driving wheel or keyboard, Sinky? Because it is a bit tetchy on keyboard. It does take a lot of getting used to. Once you get the hang of it, you will like it. Trust me. Controller. Okay, it should be easy with the controller. It is a bit twitchy. Once you get the hang of it, it gets easier. So anyway, long story short, I went back to go and make an appointment with the same consultant, and obviously the consultant retired. I then said to the doctor, okay, so what's my next option? He mentioned knee operation. They said, well, you're too young. You're going to have to go for physio. Went to physio. The physiotherapist said at the time, I don't know why he sent you here. There's nothing I can do. I can make the pain more bearable, but I can't take the pain away. So I just didn't bother going back. But anyway, I shall return. I'm just going to go and get a drink and have a pee at the same time. So I'll be right back. Right, I'm back, people. Bear with a second while I just reopen some windows. Sorry to keep you waiting. I hope your leg gets better, Mad. I really do. Because I know what it's like. As I say. How's it going, Sinky? You getting the hang of the old... of the skid steer? Yeah, someone recommended... what was it they recommended for me? This guy, because I was speaking to a guy that works for PDP, or DPT, whatever it is, and he eats this turkey stuff, turkey grislim or something or other, and it's like oil. It's a bit like cod liver oil, but more concentrated. And he swears by it. He says he when he started eating that, it was a lot better. His leg. I've yet to try it. Oh, that's the JCB. It's still, yeah, it's still there, isn't it? So we'll jump in the John Deere. Get the John Deere over here. Hello, Max. Is that Max or Mac? Mick. Welcome to the stream. If you want to join in on the multiplayer, is it PC or console you're playing? If you're playing PC, download all the mods. You can join in on the server. It's KSYT and it's on Oakfield Farm. And the mods are the non-mod hub mods are. Or in the description down below in the Dropbox, and everything else is mod hub. It's not in there. What am I looking for? I'm looking for not a server yet. Long-term plan, it might be a server. Get enough interest. A lot of mods to download, by the way, just be warned. Yeah, I'm just sorting you out now. Sinky, bear with me 2 secs. I'm just grabbing you the right. I'm going to empty them out for you. Driving the treacherous snow. Nice. Yeah, anyone's free to join as long as, you know, once it becomes a server, you know, everyone will be welcome. Anyone and everyone, as long as they want to play rather than just ruin it. Like on the old Leadfoot, that what ruined it in the end is people just being silly on it. And the lack of people actually physically playing it in the end as well. We only had like 1 or 2 people in it at any given time. Don't need the dialogue box, don't need that. Jump back in. Actually, I'm going to make my life a little bit easier. What I'm going to do is open this gate here. extend the... Oh, let's turn the beacons on. We're going to see that I'm here. Health and safety are all happy. I don't think we really need the lights on. Just these beacons will do. Mind you, some work lights on the back would be useful. Drive down here. Oh, crash. Bandicoot. That could so be misconstrued. Never played with a YouTuber. I know what you mean, but I'm not a big YouTuber. Everyone's welcome. As long as they're sensible, like I say. Oh, slips. It's a bit icy on that hill. Yeah, as I say, there's quite a few mods, I'm afraid. Oh, it was that one. No, it's not that one. I want to... that one. Manure is accepted there. Don't lie to me. Well, I've got some in the thing. I know I have. Thing is, the mods are really, some of that is not me badly driving. I think a lot of that's down to the tractor slipping in the snow. Because I wasn't going, I was turning, but it was just like understeering all the way around, so. Yeah, all the mods are pretty crucial for how I typically like to play. Because this is for you. I don't know if you've watched any of my previous videos or not, but I set these farms up on single player, and then, you know, I typically, if I can, I then get everyone involved in keeping the farm going, so to speak, if I can. Where am I needing to be? I need to be up here. I need to be back. Making a pig's ear of that. drop that off. Yeah, Central Europe. Yeah, thank you, Sinky. Central European, the Europe, you know what I mean. And KSYT. Whoa, I forgot to bring the trailer with me. Idiot. I was looking back thinking, where's the trailer gone? And it's not with me. It's still back there. The thing I want to drop off is that skip for the time being, because I need to do some shifty in and around. Don't know whether to get a fourth skip or not, because I don't want to get that too tight in there, if you know what I mean, wedged, because 4 skips might be a bit too close. You might not give him enough space to turn these out. Right, now if I fold that in, and jump back in cab. Sorry if I've gone quiet, I'm concentrating. Sorry peeps. Right, you should be able to trigger by now. There we go. I'm going the complete wrong way as well to what I normally go, but we haven't got course plate running, so it doesn't really matter. Can't find a Dropbox link in the chat. Hang on. Not doing that funky thing, is it? Let's have a look. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, that should be the one. Okay. Now, bear a sec. Paste. Like, there you go. That should be the link for it for anyone. It is in the description. That should work. Right. What was I doing? I was going back up the hill. Yeah. Detach. Did I detach the right one? I did. Last but not least, I'll pull this one out and I'll drop it off around the side there, and I can start bringing those other skips back in so things can continue on what we're doing. Again, concentrating peeps. Right. Ooh. That's it. Where I wanted you to go. Exactly where I wanted you to go, actually. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. Right. Throw that over there. Unload, says me. Okay, mate, no worries. I did leave it a bit late, admittedly. But I got suddenly hungry, so I had something to eat before doing the stream. Ooh. I was going to plan and do 7 or 6 or 7 o'clock like I normally do, but I got hungry and I got sidetracked. Before I know it was like 7:30 when we first started streaming. There's an actual IT runner lorries, like MAN ones. I thought about downloading one of them on the mod hub because they're probably a bit more versatile. If I was, I might get, well, either keep this trailer as a backup and then just get the IT runner MAN lorry, because that would be more handy in this yard. Because this is alright, don't get me wrong, but if you just had a solid ridge rather than a pivot here, it'd be easy to manoeuvre the skips back in here. It's doable, don't get me wrong, it's just a bit of a faff. You're going to have to get the angle just right. And then you have to sort of like use the skid steer to push it back into position. So unload here. Drop that off. No, I didn't want to drop the whole lot. I just want the drop. Yeah, then if you want to, Sinky, if you just push, use the you can either cheat. Or if you want to do it the legit way, use the skid steer just to push the skip back into the corner there. I mean, you can cheat, you can just pick it up and throw it if you want to, but you can just literally just push that back in there. There you go, just like that. That's one way around it if you haven't got the carry ability. Just again, it's not immersive, but in real life you would wreck the skip doing that. I reckon you'd dent it. Well, if you didn't ram it, you probably could slide it, but you would scratch the bottom off of it or the paintwork off of it, and probably cause some damage to the underside of it. I've seen them use them. I've seen them push them around using a JCB in the locals dump, so it's good enough for them, it's good enough for us. Not while they're full, obviously, when they're empty. What are we doing for time anyway? GG for the win. Admittedly, this is a bit of a long-winded way of doing it. What you could do is just get a big trailer and then just get the that milling machine mod, and just collect it all up and put it into the big trailer. But then you'd have to do that almost every day. I figured this way is, well, you still have to use this bucket, the little skid steer, to unload it more or less every day, but it's a lot more fun using that than just actually using the bucket loader or the milling machine and driving back and forth. Let him go first. Looks like the side of the yard seems a bit dark. Get the light on. Excuse me. I'm done driving through here. I think the last skip's just out the side there, so. Oh, run in too quickly. Just walk over to it. Cow. Where do you think you're going? You can't go in there. No. Naughty cow. Drive out a little bit further. Close that gate off. Connect that, load that on. Oops. Yeah, probably having 4 skips would be a bad idea, looking at the gap we've got left. Because I was going to bung that up, but this gives us more space to manoeuvre them into sort of relatively easy space to unload. Oh no, don't do that, brother. GG for win. There you go, Sanky, all yours. Things to do for the love of farming. Slam yourself in the door in front of your face. That's something I need to ask being a farmer about the fact that there's steps on this side. I know there's a console on this side, but it is fixed to that chair, isn't it? I guess it'd be hard for you to get in on that side. It's a bit like jumping on it's like when you're getting on a forklift, there's those two on our forklift. There is 2 ways on you can get on the forklift. That you're told to get on, and you're instructed to use them on this side of the forklift. On the right hand side of the forklift, there is no grab bar. You can't. There's a grab bar on the left hand side, but there's not one on the right hand side. So technically, you shouldn't ever get on that side of the truck. Never. But I've done it when I've been in the pinch and I can't get on the other side because it's too close up against the wall or up against an obstacle or something like that. When I'm working in an aisle, it's difficult to get on that side of the truck. So what I typically do is I just walk around and just jump on that side. And I guess they probably would do the same if they had to. You'd get in this side, because I can see you could probably get in that side. You'd just probably be a bit of a tight squeeze if you've got a bit of a belly, so to speak. Right, close the gate. Yeah, when they're not loaded, so you can, thanks man, they say skips, you can move, you can push them around with anything, really. Well, apart from yourself, you couldn't push a big skip round on your own, but you can move them around with forklifts, you can move them around with anything when they're not fully loaded. And he's saying about the, yeah. Get on the left side, yeah, that's it. That was the way I was taught to get on a forklift, is get on the left side. But when I'm say I'm doing a manoeuvre, say this is a forklift just for S&Gs, and I'm picking up something, and I go like that, and I can no longer get out that side because it's just I'm tight up against it. Then I have to get out that side. Actually, looking at this, you wouldn't physically. Mind you, the centre console lifts up on tractors, if you remember further right. Actual whole centre console, our forklift does, but most tractors I think has a centre console that lifts up again. So if I hit the mic, lifts up again, so you could potentially open that door. Because why would they have a door that you can't actually, which you can open but you can't actually use it, unless you want to do it for ventilation? I think they use them as an emergency escape primarily on tractors. Say if you rolled it over on this side, you can get out on that side, you can climb up and out. I guess that would be my guess. A bit like with our forklift, that exit is there just in case you roll it over, you can get it out, and you're not supposed to use it only in case of emergencies. But I've used it when I'm in a pinch. I always get off the left hand side. So get off on the right hand side if I have to. I know, because there isn't that extra grab handle. I know if you're walking around in the yard, you've got wet boots on. As soon as you get, although it's that old, I forget what they call it, that serrated, well, not serrated, but a jagged sort of like steps that you get. It's like, I forget what it's called. It's not corrugated, but you know the stuff I mean. It's like it's like they use it on. It's industrial stuff. It's like kind of the silvery, kind of aluminium-y coloured stuff, and it's got like all the jagged lines in it. That's the stuff I'm trying to think of. It's got them on the step wells, but when they're wet, and now ours have got cement all in them, so when it's wet it just becomes all this horrible sludgy, slippery stuff that you get it wrong, you slip off quite easy. So I'm always prefer to have 3 points of contact, otherwise you're going to end up in trouble very quickly. It's not high, but it's high enough to do some damage if you fell off it. One of my colleagues did, he fell off it and he badly twisted his ankle. Okay, Sinky, thanks for this. helping out on the farm. I'm probably going to call it an end of the stream soon anyway. But I'll stay on here for a little bit longer. Just to do some odds and ends. I'll save it like there. Game saved. Let's see how the cows and that are doing. They're all good. They're clean. And they're all clean. They're all good. Sand on him. Yeah, well, it doesn't take much, does it? If it's wet, sandy. It's like the back, because some back of those trailers, they become like ice rinks, don't they, when they're wet? It's like one of our drivers, when he delivers wheelbarrows to us, he jumps up onto the back of that. And one time I leant in to get one that fell, and I put my foot, and I just rested my foot up against the first step of the little ladder bit that's got on the back of the trailer, and my foot just went dunk, and I was like, yeah, it's like an ice rink. Yeah, it's quite slippery on the back of them things. That's like one of the rules is that's the only exemption to the rule is obviously the wheelbarrow driver, because he has to walk up to the back end of his trailer. But none of our drivers that make deliveries to our store, they're not allowed to get up in the back of their trailer. One, because our sister, a parent company that owns us, one of the drivers were actually in the back of his trailer, in a bigger yard than ours, obviously, when he was doing something in the back of his trailer while the other truck was coming in, and what happened was he lost his footing, slipped out of the trailer on his back. Now, he was fine when he slipped out. There's not a problem with him when he slipped out. Problem is he slipped out in the path of another lorry that was reversing back, and the other driver didn't see him fall out, and his head and torso pretty much went under the back wheels of the trailer, and that was his lot pretty much. And that's one of the reasons why, well, one, we're not allowed, we're too small of a yard anyway. We couldn't ever have two lorries unloading in there even if we wanted to. But two, that's one of the reasons we can only have one lorry at a time unloading. Two, none of the drivers are allowed out of the cab while we're working for the forklift truck in there, or if another vehicle is working happens to be working in the yard at the time. They're not allowed out the cab for those reasons. But it's this again. It's people say health and safety, but these things happen, and once they've happened, someone dies. And then again, people think they've got common sense, which most people have, but things happen beyond their control. The guy probably did have common sense when he was in the back of that trailer. He didn't know he was going to slip and lose his foot and then end up falling backwards in front of a trailer reversing. But that's the reason why they have these rules, because stuff happens in the past which then they just want to happen again. So But anyway, I think I'm going to leave it at that, peeps. I hope you guys and girls enjoyed the live stream. If you did, again, put a big thumbs up. And if you're watching this in the archive, sorry I missed you. I hope you enjoyed watching the episode. If you did, again, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy it for any reason, again, guys and girls, please feel free to leave a dislike. Big thanks to everyone that came into the stream tonight and left comments and everything else. That much appreciated. Keeps the chat box going. Everyone can chat with each other. That's what I like to see. If you know anyone else that may also enjoy watching this, again, guys and girls, please feel free to share. It helps me out a lot, and I don't mind you sharing. And if you're new to my channel, you'll see future episodes of this or join in on future streams. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so then you're aware as soon as I upload anything new or do anything new. I'll see you guys in the next one. Ta-ta for now.